Hi there. Today I thought I would walk through how I'm taking care of my Euphorbia obesa plant. Like so many of the videos I make, this one is not one that I've seen a whole lot of information about as far as specific care stuff on YouTube. So I'll walk through exactly what I am doing. So I'll just give you a little closer look at the plant here. This is one that I got at a local Succulent Society plant sale, and it's pretty distressed. Definitely has some corking, which is kind of that brownish area there. Definitely a little lopsided. I think the ones that you see online are often perfect spheres, which look really cool. And honestly, I think I would have chosen that if I had found it at that sale, but it was the very last one. I thought, okay, I'm gonna go for it, and it's kind of grown on me. It's definitely a taller profile. I think it's poking out of the soil a little bit. I think some of the rocks have washed away, so I would probably plant it a bit deeper. And you can see there too, I have a little seedling coming up, so it's kind of a bonus. As far as care goes, I'm keeping this pretty dry, treating this like a pretty dry cacti. So for me, in my conditions, that means watering twice a month. I water pretty thoroughly, kind of drench it. Yeah, I've used really light fertilizer in the past, but I mean, like negligible kind of levels. And I sort of just using a standard Dynagrow fertilizer, no special attention to the different ratios. I can put that in the notes for this episode, but yeah, I don't do it too often, so it doesn't feel super pertinent, I guess. As far as light goes, I have 16 to 17 hours right now. It's fairly close to the light, but yeah, it's really kind of cooking under this plant shelf where I keep a lot of other succulents like pseudolithos too, kind of some of my drier ones. As far as heat, this is pretty much kept in the 80s Fahrenheit. I would say it dips to 70 Fahrenheit at the very lowest at night, but often I think it probably doesn't go below 75, so it stays pretty warm. I know this plant is a female. It has flowered before. It just kind of finished flowering again. I'm gonna zoom in so maybe you can see like the flowers, they do form kind of at the top here. I'll kind of point to it, and they just kind of fell off. There are plenty of videos online if you want to see if your plant is a female or a male. But yeah, generally speaking, the inflorescences, they look a little different, but they look kind of similar too. So you can just find a reference video for that. I have used a really gritty soil for this. I can kind of show you. I'm gonna move this aside right now. This is the soil mix I would use. So let me just focus on it. Yeah, this one is like, I would say I think it's a one third of each of the following ingredients: granite grit, decomposed granite, same ingredient there. I also use a palm and citrus soil, which is kind of like it's pretty similar to a succulent soil. And then I put in pumice or perlite. So one of each of those. I actually put some scoria in there as well, some of this lava rock. But yeah, it's super gritty and drains right away. Anyway, just kind of showing you that, like, it's not an earthy soil, but I've heard that these are a little bit more forgiving than I was initially told. So maybe you can get away with something richer. Yeah, I'm thinking for this one, I'm going to try repotting it soon. I was definitely afraid at first when I bought it at the sale, so I didn't want to move it, wanted to give it time to acclimate. But yeah, now I have this little seedling, and I am getting braver, so hopefully it will look a little bit nicer next time I show it off. And I also found a friend who has a male plant, so maybe some seeds are in my future. Another little interesting tidbit I wanted to mention. I was doing some research on these, and there's some disagreement about whether Euphorbia obesa and Euphorbia symmetrica are the same species, if symmetrica is actually just a variety of obesa. But my guess is that my plant is an obesa because it's a little bit taller and it's a little bit less spherical. And I've heard that symmetrica is kind of the more spherical, more densely, like the inflorescences are more dense when they do appear. That's actually symmetrica, according to some people. But yeah, just an interesting tidbit there. And Yeah, I think, availability really varies where you are, but check this one out if you ever come across it. It's been fun, and I think it's a really, really unique kind of geometric, kind of oddball. So, yeah, thanks a lot, and let me know if you have any questions. I will update you when I've replanted this, or if I ever get some seeds. That'll be exciting too. Thanks.